Tiara here with Gypsyfae Creations. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today's the big day. It is a shop update. There are a whole bunch of new soaps in the Etsy shop that you've seen me make, from glazed donut to the summer moon, not springs, it is summer moon, summerberry moon. All of pretty much every Harry Potter soap that I've made, I've done a restock of, and you can get all of them in there. Speaking of which, Ravenclaw, you are the final house in this series of Hogwarts themed house soaps. So I've done all of y'all except for Ravenclaw, and I have this soft spot in my heart for Ravenclaw, and I can never really figure out why. I had a subscriber point me in the direction of a BuzzFeed quiz that actually gives you percentages, and I'm going to leave that link there in the description box in case you've never done it. It has told me I am 38% Gryffindor and 30% Ravenclaw, and now it makes sense. I'm like right in the middle. I believe there's another important character in the Harry Potter series that could have went either way. So I am happy to finally make this soap for you guys. It was probably one of the hardest soaps to come up with a design. I really wanted to make sure that I got the colors right. I wanted to make sure I could find the right stamp, and of course it had to have the right scent. So I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoy this video. You can find it in the Etsy shop. You can find also the kiwi banana fruit bowl, the mango papaya smoothie is in the shop, and the blueberry soap. There's so many soaps in the Etsy shop, so be sure to head over there after watching this. But let's get started. Let's make a Ravenclaw designed soap. In here, I've got my oils left at room temperature, my kaolin clay and coconut milk powder, adding my water, lye, and sodium lactate solution, and just giving it a whirl. So I'm going to split this into two different containers. I want to keep with the style that I've been going with for the other houses, only this one is going to be in the pot swirl. So I've done straight lines, I've done a chopstick swirl, and I've done a drop swirl. So this one isn't in the pot swirl. So each one is a little different. The colors are going to be blue and bronze. I know I've had a lot of subscribers worried about what color the Ravenclaw soap would be, because the movie and the books do differ, and I am sticking with the books on this color. And it was very, very hard, I will say, to get these colors right, because the blue, I really wanted a celestial blue. I did not want a dark blue or like a bright ocean blue, so I've mixed together some Klein blue mica from Nurture and some dark navy blue mica, and I think it's going to make the perfect color blue. For the bronze, that was very difficult. I don't have any bronze mica. I have brown, I have gold, and I have copper, but I didn't have bronze. So that was another difficult decision on trying to figure out how to get that correct, because it's not any of those colors. It's like a mix. So I've mixed together some Maya Gold mica from Nurture and some bronze brown mica, and I think that's going to make the perfect bronze color. So I'm going to go ahead and mix each one of these in. So the fragrance I'm using is Nature's Garden Earl Grey Tea. I got a lot of responses to what a Ravenclaw should smell like, and it was a very hard decision on what to make it. I've got books, candles, rain, burning wood, berries, summer breeze, tea, old books, melted wax, leather, air, blueberry, ozone, Earl Grey, a library, breezy. So none of those things really went together. I couldn't find a mix of like books, candles, air, library, wax. It was so hard to find the correct fragrance for this. But when I thought of Earl Grey tea, I thought of Professor Trelawney and her tea readings, and I thought about if I were to sit down in a library or open up a book, I would like a nice cup of tea. So I went with the Earl Grey. So now I have all my fragrances, and I'm going to stick with these fragrances for all of the restocks with all of the house soaps. And it smells really good. It is very fresh, it is very clean, and it smells like, I guess, more of a green tea to me. It's got a little bit of spice to it. It doesn't have like the full spice that I think Earl Grey tea has, but it is still very fresh, clean, and a tea scent. So I thought with the breezy ozone type of smells and tea, that went together. Alright, I am going to do an in the pot swirl for this. So I'm going to pour that bronze into this blue and start pouring into my molds. Time to get our soapy frosting on here and talk a little bit about Ravenclaw. It is the final house that I am doing in this set, and I guess you could probably say I saved the best for last, in my opinion anyway. So Ravenclaw is known for intelligence and witty and being brainy and wise, and they are creative and outspoken, and I absolutely love them. My favorite character in the Harry Potter series is Luna Lovegood. She is quite quirky, spit that word out, quirky and just really out there, but she is a Ravenclaw. The phrase "think like a Ravenclaw" comes from just thinking outside the box. They do that all the time. They're always using their imagination and thinking abstractly, and they're very open-minded, and they just say quirky and unique things. But they always put a new spin on things, and they have passion for their subjects, and often go their own unusual way. So that is what Ravenclaw is all about. Their colors are obviously blue and bronze. Blue is kind of like calm and clarity, very much like their minds. And when you think of blue, you think of phrases like "once in a blue moon," or what's the other phrase I'm trying to think of? Out of the blue. That is another phrase. They're very much good phrases to sum up a Ravenclaw and their personalities. The other color, the other thing about when you think about blue is it's a very prestigious color. Like, who wouldn't want to wear blue? I think royalty wears blue. And that's another great thing about having the blue color. The bronze, you think of bronze medal being third place. They are very much in the shadow of Gryffindor. Like most of all of the houses really, Gryffindor has always been portrayed as number 1, while Ravenclaw is more like number 3. Also with bronze, you think of the Bronze Age and all of the inventions like the wheel. So their Ravenclaws are innovators and inventors. The animal is an eagle, even though the name is Ravenclaw. It is not a raven, it is an eagle. And eagles depict independence and freedom, and they're just a very regal animal. And of course they love soaring high above everyone else and exploring new heights. Everyone would want to be an eagle, right? Because they just are the most regal animal I can possibly think of. And they even are you know, representative of the US right there. I mean, what does that tell you? And bronze, I think, also can come from that color as well. If you think of the color of an eagle's feathers or like a coin, you think of bronze. Their common room is in a tower. Their dorms are in the turrets, so they're very up in the clouds. And you have to go up like this windy staircase to get to it, and of course answer a riddle with the correct answer to get in. The inside of their common room is very high vaulted ceilings that have the starry sky painted on there, and there are just lots of bookcases everywhere, and I think that right there, I would love to spend my day in the Ravenclaw common room. That would be the most beautiful view. It just seems so calming. So I'm going to continue putting on my icing here, and then I have these little soapy gum balls that I colored in blue and a melt and pour drizzle of bronze that I'll put on top, much like I did with the other houses. While I get this on here, since I told you guys who my favorite Harry Potter character is, of Luna Lovegood, what is your favorite Harry Potter? Who is your favorite Harry Potter character? I'd fail Jeopardy right now. And why do you like them? Do you relate with them? Do they just like make you happy? What do you like about that character? And you can just leave me a comment down below while I just sit here and put on the rest of this of this icing and get my embeds on there. Alright, let's cut her open and see what Ravenclaw looks like on the inside. I am just going to cut off a little end piece there. And like those colors. I like it a lot. Let's see how it smells. It smells the same. It's kept its scent. You guys, I've had so much fun designing and making this collection. I hope you all have enjoyed it as well. You can find this house and all the other houses in the Etsy shop today alongside other Harry Potter inspired soaps like, let's see, we've got this guy, we've got The Boy Who Lived is in the shop. There's a small restock of that in there. I'm going to continue restocking that one. There's also the Wizardly Buttery Brew in the shop. That one's a classic for me. It was the first one I've ever made. And I have plenty of other designs that I want to try as well. I just think Harry Potter is so classic, and I'm so happy that so many people are still a fan of Harry Potter. It just amazes me that it hasn't gotten old yet. I mean, if you think about it, it's been around since 1997. That is a long time. And then if you want to even get a little more technical, the character of Harry Potter in the books was born in 1980, so, I mean, he's older than I am. But the magic of Harry Potter still exists every day, and it just keeps getting better and better with, like, the amusement parks. And now that Harry Potter game on the phone, the Wizards Unite, I am obsessed with it. It reminds me of being a teenager and playing the computer games. You know, the days when you went out and actually bought a CD-ROM to play a computer game. Now everything is online, so that just tells you how old I am. I don't think anyone buys CD-ROMs from the store anymore. Anyway, the next step for this is to stamp it, and I searched high and low in the world around for the perfect stamp for this, and I got it from Rockin' Roberts. I begged him to design this stamp for me, and he did a really good job. So the next step is to get this on the front. You guys can go check out his shop, and he has a whole bunch of, they're supposed to be cookie cutters or fondant cutters, but I've been using them as soap stamps, and they work just as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. New to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment section down below. And until next time, I hope you guys have a very nice day, and I'll smell you later.